Rick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, ShellyShell. This is Single on a Saturday night right here at TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. And guess what? The show is not just for single people. It's for anybody who's ever been in a relationship. So you know how you've been in a relationship? Even if you never had a boo. As soon as you came out the womb, boom, that's a relationship. You had a relationship with your mother. And all relationships take time, effort, and a lot of work. It's a lot of work to keep some friends, ain't it? Tell me about it, right? Is it not a lot of work to keep friends?
Gotta concentrate and stuff.
You gotta
act
concentrate.
like you listen to
you
them.
Gotta call them.
Pretend like you care what they got to talk about.
Yeah,
But mostly you just want to talk about your own issue.
Well, I'm a listener. I'm more of a listener. But then when you get with somebody who's not a talker, you be like this. We both be sitting there looking at each other.
Ready to listen.
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
And then they call me.
Yeah, then you call somebody who likes to talk. But it's a single on a Saturday night. We're talking about, the topic is, would you date a stripper? But we have a big reveal today. Somebody who is a part of our show, part of the cast, a part of the whole planning process, is actually used to be a stripper. But see, stripper, this is a negative. Stripper. You're a stripper? Who is it? I want to know who you think it is, and I'm going to start with David. Because I think it's David. You got a microphone? You got a microphone? Where's
His
your
name
microphone?
is, he's so important, he couldn't even find a microphone.
Oh, microphone.
It went the wrong way. Okay, there you go.
He has a microphone.
My educated guess. Somebody part of our family.
Everybody's family.
No, but wait a minute.
Once you come here once, you family. Family. What's up, family?
No, but see, Shelly, you know, you changed the game up because you said it was a part of the whole planning process. So that limited to like 4 people. Now I'm trying,
I know who it is.
Who?
I'm trying to think.
I think it's Patrice Felton.
I don't know who that is. But keep on going. Who do you think it is, David? David Pulley. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's like what?
Sorry, David Pulley.
I'm still looking around. I was trying to survey the room.
Tasty. That might be a good choice.
I think it's Tasty too.
I think that's a good
Tasty.
I mean, with a name like Tasty.
Tasty.
There you go. There you
All right,
go.
Danyl, who do you think it is?
I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that I might incriminate myself.
Exactly. Are they here today? Yeah, they're here today. Fiona, who do you think it is?
I think it's tasty too.
You think it's Tasty too?
Uh-huh.
Davina, who do you think it is? I think is it
I
Davina?
can't say. I'm trying to like imagine you guys maybe back in like college, teenage, but
How you know one last week?
sure.
How
It
you
used
know
to
what-
be.
Exactly. I'm not saying it was.
I'm sexy today. We talking about when I was a teenager.
I just feel like
I'm sexy
might have
today
had more
too, but
energy back then. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. They got a whole bunch of
I still have a
BBWs
hard
on the
time
pole.
getting back
The
up.
dimples are in. The dimples and the booty are in.
BBW, you know, that's what I said. It's not about being big. It's just that booty, man. If I had your
It's
booty,
JT.
it's JC.
JT, Shelly.
Go ahead, Roberto. Who do you think it is?
Sergeant Savage.
Roberto.
I think it's Roberto. I think it's Roberto.
You said they here.
They here. Look, they here.
It's
Who
JT.
is it? Who is it?
I don't know why.
It's JT. His stage name is Sergeant Savage.
All right, who is it? He's not saying who it is. Malisha, who is it? Is it you, Malisha?
Thank you, but it's not me.
It's Malisha. No, it's not.
No.
We are. Nobody knows.
JT.
Tamika can't even dance right.
Tamika.
She was on 1 foot.
Tamika has
Oh,
no rhythm. She don't even know how to worm or
She was the video hoe, and it was the funniest thing you ever want to see. Tamika was being the video hoe, and it was hilarious. Okay, no, you was not on the pole, baby. I love you, but you was not on the pole.
We don't know. Who is
See,
it?
that's the thing. This is the thing. It's not even about. There is no personal characteristic that would make me say that anybody is a stripper because there's no personal characteristic of a stripper. It's not like this could be anybody from any walk of life in any situation. It really could be. It could be anybody.
And it could be, and that's the whole point. Listen, when you think about it, most of the time, I don't have my boobies out today, but normally my boobies is out, I'm dressing all sexy. But the one person who actually is an entertainer who gets out, do you get on the pole? So who's actually out there on the pole is totally covered up. So it could be...
She fronting.
She fronting.
She fronting.
She fronting. She is totally covered up. But we are going to reveal. You ready?
It was Davina.
Davina.
Are you ready?
JT.
The person that it is Miss Niki Phelps.
But I actually didn't know that.
Tell us about it.
No, I know that because she told me that. I knew it. That's why I'm going to mess it up. I knew that.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what
Tell us about who you are
was-
now, and then so start from now, and then
Well,
work your way.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. A young girl trying to go to college, got pregnant, had a couple kids. You know, I'm trying to pay off loans. They telling me I can't go back to school this semester till I pay off last semester. Like, I'm already a year behind. Got a job working in Atlanta as an operator. Started dating a bouncer. Bouncer worked at a strip club. So where did I go? My man was at the club. I go to the club. I wasn't dancing, but that's where he worked. One day, one of the girls didn't come in. They needed some cocktail waitresses. Hence, I started working. I made about $150 in tips that night, and I ain't take nothing off. I'm like, wait a minute. I bust my butt all day at AT&T. Okay, and half the time, you know, they give me a hard way to go. And here, it was like cheers. Everybody know your name. They want to give you money. They want to buy you drinks. And, you know, then I got to know the young ladies. And they like, you need to come up here. Oh, no, I can't come up here. Are you crazy? I'm not going to dance. And you know what? I didn't dance, but that's when I found out that stripping wasn't everything that I thought it was. I thought everybody there was on drugs. Everybody there was doing people. Now, there is that element there, but that element is everywhere
you go.
And it wasn't until 2 or 3 years later when I decided I need to buy my house, and I was told first-time buyers program have somewhere around $1,000 is all I'm gonna need in closing costs. And you know, back then they didn't make you prove where you got your money from.
Yep.
Right.
You just had to come to closing or
With
a
some
certain
money.
date with a certain amount. And I thought I'm doing good, like with my $850 in the bank, get ready to buy a house. They called me 30 days ahead, like, you need $6,800. We got this? We cool? I'm like, oh, where am I going to get $6,800 in like 30 days? Guess what a sister did?
Get it.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Did
Get
you
it.
get it?
Twerk.
Don't stop. Get it. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I was so bad, I didn't even know how to work the pole. I learned how to work the pole on the job. It was like on the job
training.
And let me tell you, this was before you had, this is before you had to have a degree in Cirque du Soleil to get up on the pole, okay? You just had to have a pretty face, pretty smile, get there. But one thing, as a therapist, I studied people. I studied what they did. I learned real quick, at the end of the day, the ladies that took off all their clothes had just as much money as the ladies that didn't take off their clothes. And me, like I
Personality.
said,
It's a personality.
me studying to be a therapist at that time, I kept my clothes on 60-70% of the time. You know what I did most of the time, Shelly? I talked to the guys that were there. I was sexy. I asked them how was they doing, how was their day. I just sat there. I made a sat on their lap. They bought me a drink, and every time the record changed, money went on the table. You know what I'm saying? I bought my first house, and in June of 2016, that house will be paid for, cash, clear, done, no more mortgage. And I still think about how I bought that house with seed money.
Hey.
You know, it's very addictive. It's easy to get into, but for me personally, I just had other goals for my life. So for me, it wasn't that I didn't feel like I was an entertainer. I felt like I was making the most money possible in a short amount of time to get to where I'm going. So I don't particularly judge people. Now, something very interesting about dating a stripper, this is back before I was married. I think I was dating DJ Smooth back then. We wasn't really together. But I was dating another guy that didn't even know. I was dating him before I started stripping. He found out I was stripping, came to the club, and we had a great time. But afterwards, he felt like now he could touch me, and he could do all these things that we've never done before. And I would look at him like he was crazy, like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Now, at the time, I was too young to understand, but look at the mixed messages I was sending him. He was like, I've known you for a year, and, you know, I barely touch you, and now, you know, I just give you $150, because that's how long he was just sitting at my job paying me.
So you had a regular. Oh, you had a regular.
I guess I had a regular, but the what I'm trying to say is our relationship changed, the lines blurred. He never quite saw me the same way as he did after he saw me in that environment.
All right, we about to go. So once you got your money, did you get out? Then that's where we're gonna come back. This is Single on a Saturday Night. Thank you to everyone who helps us put the show together. I'm talking about Howard Gilliam Jr., new video production, JT Wilcoxon, Ideally Production, and of course, Alvina Designs, ADDesignGroup.com for the bling and the leg stuff. You know what?
And here everybody wanting to be a stripper.
Hey, we gonna go to a break. Oh, TGI Fridays, City Line Avenue, TGI Fridays.
Good afternoon. This is Michele Bailey from Alvina Styles. We're just here to show you some of the things that we have coming in. Beautiful things for our men. We have our beautiful candles on display, our fabulous men's collection. We have lingerie, handbags, jewelry, whatever you need, whatever you want, Alvina Styles is here for you. www.alvinastyles.com. Come check us out. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, ShellyShell Williams, the Phillies Oprah, and of course, Single on a Saturday Night. We bring you the best. I want to introduce you, Queen.
Hello.
Queen is an entertainer from the legendary club Onyx. I want to know, what is the difference between a stripper and an entertainer?
Listen to it, stripper, entertainer. If you're a stripper, then you're basic. Entertainers, they entertain. You want them in your presence.
So you want them in your presence. So she's an entertainer. Tell me about the business of being an entertainer. What advice would you give to anybody start? Because it's a business, right? What do you do outside of the whole entertainment business so you can, we're talking about business tips.
Basically, just go for what you want to do. Stay focused. Save your money. Number one. And just pretty much give it your all.
So how are you using your fame to get to that next level?
Because I'm trying to open a business next year, so they kind of say I cheat a little bit because I already have a following, so.
But that's okay.
That's the good thing.
So use your following to get where you want, and definitely follow her. What's your Instagram?
You can find me at POCA_runway215, and it'll be a link in my bio.
All right, this is ShellyShell Williams, the Phillies Oprah, and this is my vlog. Follow me, y'all, at ShellyShellUX. I'll catch you later. Thank you.
Peace out.
We're talking about.
Know that they really thought about this. Okay? Know that they really thought about this.
They did.
Okay? We're all like, They're like, look, you got a whole tagline. I got a marketing campaign.
So maybe he was a stripper. He is just not telling us about it. Maybe he just didn't tell us. So when you talk about the money, no, I asked you a question, but I want to find out. I do want to find. I'm not gonna ask you all your business, but I do want to know about.
I want to know all your business. I'm gonna get you acting.
But I asked you a question.
Once I got the money to move in the house, of course it's like, now I gotta buy furniture, so I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. Gotta buy a car, you gotta do this stuff. But what starts to happen is my nighttime life started to affect my daytime life. I started to forget the reason why I went there in the first place, because it's hard to go to work. And at that time, I was working as a caseworker, Department of Public Welfare, in the welfare office with my clients, and it was not the best place to be. So at the end of the day, I work 40 hours, 45 hours, and I go to work for 2 days, and the pay was about the same. I'm taking time I could be down at the club making money versus going to deal with people that don't even appreciate why I'm there. But
You were sitting there like, she just don't even know how much money she is costing me with her dumb little problem.
Exactly. But I think because that wasn't for me, it wasn't what I'm supposed to do. Also because of the fact I think I did have children at home, and that's something that I personally couldn't face my children and told my children this is what I do. Then I'm thinking this is something that I shouldn't be doing. I need to love me for who I am, and if I have to hide all that stuff, then maybe it's just not for me.
But Niki, this is my question. You said this a long time ago before you needed a degree from Cirque du Soleil. Things have changed and times have changed. Example is that Gentlemen's Club had become the club. They didn't take in the gentleman's part out. Everybody going to the strip club. Everybody. Do you think today because you would feel the same way about it, like it was something that
embarrassing, something that
Kids
you
are
can't.
grown. Kids are
No,
grown.
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about if it was today. If she had these small kids at home today, in this scenario, how things are today, when they advertising Onyx on the radio, and if you want to go see the game, you better be at the strip club.
Well, see, yeah, for me, I would say it wouldn't be different because I wanted to be a therapist. And like Dr. Pulley, I very seldom agree with him, but I agree with him. When you have a goal or desire or something that you know that's true about yourself, it's okay. I mean, there are things that I've done for money. I never woke up and said, like you, I want to be a stripper. But now my motivation was I need to buy a house for my family, for my kids. And at the time, you know, I was fine. You know, I was sexy.
You still fine, bro?
Yeah, and I was just making that money. What is it? Use what you got?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be a stripper. But being a stripper helped me buy a house. It helped me pay back my loans so I could go back to school the next semester. So it just really depends on who you are and what you want. But it's easy. When you get into easy money, let me tell you, it is hard to walk away from it. You have to be secure in yourself for what you want and hold yourself to a higher
Miss
standard.
Queen.
Yeah, Miss Queen,
Yeah.
please.
So you just said in our last show that you kind of went and fell into it. You went to a Christmas party and it was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Was it something like you want, like were you like Shelly and twerking in the mirror like I think my booty big enough, I think I got it, and then it just happened that was the opportunity and you took it, or did you really just fall into it?
I really just fell into it. Like
Where do you get the twerk skills? I want to know how you win pole-a-thon.
practice. Like I love the pole. Like it's a hell of a workout. Like
It's
the
a workout?
Listen, I think I fractured something yesterday, but we're not gonna talk about that. But yes, it's a hell of a
Is there
workout.
videos out there? Like, I mean, I know that you
Are you giving twerk? Or are you giving pole-a-thon lessons?
I have gave lessons. I'm currently looking for a space.
Single on Saturday night, we're going to get pole lessons from the Queen.
Yes, we are.
Now, you know I already broke my ankle, so when y'all see me in a wheelchair again, you will know it's from the pole.
I can't even hold my body up. I wouldn't do the pole. I just want to dance. I never wanted to do the pole exactly. Couldn't I dance without having a pole?
You can.
Okay, I would say I didn't
Personality.
I had that. I was ready for that. I'm telling you.
What is the preparation? Like, I know you go home, now you come in. How do you prepare yourself to go out to entertain when you make that transition from Kiana to Queen? What is your preparation?
I think once I get my makeup done, I'm pretty much queen at the club. It just gives me a whole nother personality. Like, I'm just like, okay, I'm ready now. Let's go. Who wants to give me their money?
So do you promote yourself? Do you have like an Instagram that says Queen? Do you have
I have an Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all of that stuff.
all under Queen? Because I'm sure that name is like popular. So is Queen?
Some of them are Queen, some of them under Polka, which is a past name that I had, but
I like Queen better. So is it
I do
Queen
too.
what? Tell us what it is so we can be your followers. We can be your fan
on
club.
Instagram it is I am_Queen_215. And everything else follows after
So
that.
do you promote yourself to get people to come out there to get, or do you just let the club do what they're doing?
It's kind of like, you know, one hand washes the other. They promote me, I promote them, we promote each other, like, so.
They get to see.
What you say?
Show us what they get to see.
Oh, he's still trying.
He's still trying to get you to strut it. He's still trying to get you to strut it. Last week I said that was objectification. Today I want to see two.
We all
I get over stuff bad.
I want to see what? What is it you guys want to see?
Check.
We want to see.
I have a question, Shelly.
Okay, what's your question?
How difficult is it for you to keep a man as a stripper? How hard is that?
She doesn't like
woman.
Very hard. I
A
don't
woman,
like
excuse me,
that.
a relationship. How difficult is it for you to keep a relationship? To keep the cheating, the jealousy, all of those issues that crop
Here
up.
he come with questions, and we were just getting ready to see her strip. We were getting ready to see the routine. Roberto gonna kill you after the show.
I just want to know because really that's really at the core of it. How hard is that?
It's pretty hard. I would say from 1 to 10, it'll probably be a 7.5, 8. Because dealing with a person that's, you know, out there in the entertainment industry, like everybody knows me. I can't really pretty much go anywhere without somebody knowing me. So
How old
if
are you
I'm
now,
on-
sweetie? You said 25 years. 27?
27.
What is the longest relationship you've had?
7 years.
7
And
years.
is this the one you just broke up with?
No.
If you've been, I've never been with anybody 7 years, and I'm not a stripper. So how does? Listen, I have never made it past 2 years. That's it. So it can't be too hard. I'm dead serious. I never made it past 2 years.
It's not too hard on my behalf. It's the person that you're dealing with. If they're strong enough and able to deal with what you do and understand that at the end of the day, I'm coming home to you every night. I'm not out here cheating. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that.
Well, you don't like the guys, so you being in the club with the guys, you can't be cheating because you don't like them.
Yeah, but a lot of the dancers are lesbians or at least bisexual. Yeah. So you go into the place where you got the women and y'all all naked, and in my mind they all greased up and feeling on each other.
No grease, please, no grease.
I said in my mind. I'm talking about I'm your woman. In my mind, y'all all greased up backstage, putting makeup on each other and lotioning each other down and glistening.
That do happen. That does happen.
And glistening. That's in my mind. If I'm your woman, that's what I'm saying. Oh, she out there with that glistening bitch.
Queen.
Yes.
There's a term that I've heard. I have females who are strippers in my family, and they use the term dating. Now, to my understanding, dating in the stripper or entertainment industry means that you're exchanging sexual favors with the men. Have you ever heard of that term? And
she said she entertainer. She ain't about that life.
Say you. I said, have you ever heard of this?
I've heard of it.
And do they still do this? Maybe we're
pretty much. They do that everywhere, so there is no different. It's just, I guess they're bringing a fantasy into reality, I guess.
So do the other women hate on you? Because you are so positive, because you do have other things going for you?
Not all of them. Some of them do, but most of them are really cool.
Would you date a stripper?
Yes.
Have you dated one of the people you worked with, or have you dated a stripper?
Yes.
Well, see, now I'm still sitting there as your woman. I'm back in Danyl belong to Queen, and now I know you out there with that glistening bitch.
I mean, when I think about last show and the question, I didn't even think about a past experience. I guess the closest experience that I have to dating a stripper was a bartender, and that was tough for me. What? That was like I could barely handle that, and I decided, I'm not even going to do that. And it's not just every bar. It's got to be certain bars. It was like I'm not going to get a name of the bar, but if you go to certain bars like hood bars, it's darn near like a strip club.
Yep. Yeah.
And some of the bartenders are wearing next to nothing, and they're basically, it's like, and it's not even like Coyote Ugly. It's like on some other stuff, and I can barely take that. So.
But what is it that you can't handle? I don't understand. What is it that you can't handle?
For me, it was tough. The way I described it to her when we tried to talk about it, because first we didn't start serious, and then it got serious. So I wasn't even thinking about handling it in that sense. Then I thought I could, and I found out I couldn't. But for me,
I'm appreciating your honesty here. I'm appreciating your honesty.
So that means you couldn't date a celebrity who gets attention all the time?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know,
I don't know why we always say Halle Berry.
It's a little different as a bartender or a stripper, because
people think they're more accessible.
And that's what
people
it was.
Think they're more
like
accessible.
For me, what it was, and I described it to her, it was like, instead of having a gift, like if we think since we just had Christmas yesterday, it was like a gift that I would normally expect or was used to it being just for me. It was like everybody was getting a pass around, or it was like show and tell with my gift, with my present.
And you know what the other thing is? Let me tell you about the other thing, Shelly. It's flirting, and that's how you get your money. You charm them. You charm them.
I was just supposed to take it. Like I'm not that type of dude. Like,
I'm giving you the Shelly. You giving the fantasy. You giving the fantasy that you're available, and
we're giving a fantasy that we're available right now.
No. Okay, but them people out in TV land somewhere. Okay, and they might come to the show one day. But I'm just talking about Shelly. No, seriously, listen, seriously. That if you're looking at somebody, and I actually, because I'm seeing this a lot, is that you're seeing somebody who's out, and then there's the other thing. A dude told me this, like a dude who's a bartender, him and his wife having problems. And her whole issue is it's at night. Because did you know people only have sex at night? I don't know if you didn't know this, but apparently, because that was her whole issue. It's at night. So the fact that it's dark make it that much more like sinful and mysterious. So you out in the bar, and this is the thing. I totally understood exactly what she was trying to say, because it might seem ridiculous and we laughing about it sitting here, but if every night your man missing to go and flirt with women so that they will buy drinks from you and up your tips, and you know, we start coming to the club more and more naked. Oh, I could take him home if I want to. That's some hard stuff.
Everyday life is a flurry. Like sometimes when you're, especially when you're a salesperson doing sales, I know that half.
Do you know that's the highest divorce rate of all professions?
Well, half of my clients.
I'm just saying, the highest divorce rate of all professions is salespeople.
Every client I had in the beginning was all male, and yes, I will do that, but I don't want to sleep with you. But I do want the
you
money.
selling the fantasy that you might one day want to.
And I still plan.
I'm straight as an arrow. You know how many women I flirt with to get business?
I don't blame you. I want to know when you meet somebody. Because
you might get all of this, baby.
You will. When you meet somebody, do you tell them that you're a stripper? And Niki, when you meet people, first I'm gonna ask you, when you meet somebody, do you tell them you're a stripper? And Niki, when you move forward in life, once you got out of it, did you tell people, I'm a stripper? She gonna answer that you.
Mostly if they ask, like, what do you do, blah, 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 if they don't already know.
Right.
I would tell them.
You would tell them, so it's like you proud of this.
Yeah.
All right, so Niki, when you moved on in life, you got your college degree, you a therapist, you big balling, you give advice. I knew you all these years and you ain't even tell me, so I feel some type of way. You told her and didn't tell me. That's okay.
It doesn't go with the conversation. It wasn't like she was just like,
whoa. First of all, that doesn't even come up in conversation.
Like,
hey,
you know what? I
used to be a Christian. I used to be a stripper. I don't know. It just doesn't come up.
I knew you first. That's all I'm saying. So no, I'm just playing.
That just goes.
How you know? Maybe I was saying to her, Niki, my student loans, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she's like, girl, you should get on the pole.
Get on the pole.
Oh, you right.
You don't know.
You're right. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, me personally, it was a learning experience. It was a growing experience. I learned a lot. It's a part of who I am. I don't hide it, but I'm not walking around with a badge.
Used to be a stripper.
This is what I did. Yep.
I used to be.
And if you are a stripper, this is the thing. A lot of times, I think with all of us, our profession, I keep saying, it's not what you do that makes you who you are. So, like example, I find a lot of times I have trouble dating because when people find out that I'm Dr. Danyl Patterson Esquire, it's a whole thing.
Exactly.
It's immediately a whole thing. So I get to know you a little bit first, and if you ask me what I do, I tell you I work in the legal profession. And I'm a black woman, so I don't know if y'all all know I'm either the court reporter or the secretary. Seriously, that's the immediate assumption. And then we work into it because I got to see where his mind is, where his head is. Because I know, when they ain't ready for all this. When they ain't ready for all this.
Yeah, and then that's another thing, too. You have to bring who you are. Like this young lady here, they say that they're entertainers. They, entertain. They like to dance. I was a therapist, so when I went in there, I went with my strength. I looked for the guy that was sitting there with a drink that looked like he needed somebody to talk to.
Gotta make that money.
There are all kinds of fantasies, all kinds of people, all kinds of needs.
So we're getting ready to come to the end of the show, which we are at the end of the show. Talk about money. Everybody says, like, we can go to a 40-hour week job and some people make between 30, I don't know what people make, 30 and 60, 70, 80,000. Is it like that? Is it 40,000 a year? 50,000 a year?
Well, first of all, anytime you work for yourself, you have the potential to make as much money as you want. When you work at the Department of Public Welfare, I know exactly how much money I'm going to make, hopefully, if I don't call out too much every 2 weeks.
So do people count your money all the time? They be like, how much money is she making?
Yeah.
What kind of car you drive? Do they ask you stuff like that?
They do.
They're curious. Why would I not ask that? I'm not saying you to answer that, but I'm saying, of course it's curious. Like, what kind of car do you drive? What kind of money? It is. That's how, if you're dating somebody, like, hey, she is a stripper. Is she a good one? Because good ones make more, bad ones make less. Like, I know them girls at that strip club we went to, they probably made less. Because wasn't nobody in the place. The only people tipping was Tasty. So now
That's if you got a regular.
Niki talking about, you gotta take one for the team. Tipping and had one. So do people get all in your business like that?
What happened to Miss Jada?
I'm sorry, we didn't mean to say, go ahead. But she did tip, y'all was tipping.
Yes.
We was at the place, look, Queen, I come to your job, I'm supposed to tip you, right? That's what I do. When you come to my job, you pay me, right?
Yes.
That's the way that works. So I ain't gonna come to your job and just sit there looking at you.
All right, we're not, but to answer the question, because we gotta go. It's the end of the show. So is that a problem? Do people count your money? And then we're gonna...
Yes, they do.
I am ShellyShell UX. Follow me. Anyway, this is Single on a Saturday Night. Thank you to Howard Gilliam Jr. of New Video Productions. Thank you to J.T. Coxon of Ideally Productions. Thank you to AD Design Group for my bling and my stockings. And thank you to Miss Sheena Sheena of Exquisite Hair Design. Get her app, Hair Situation. Download it on your phone, because I like my hair. You like my hair? Thank you. It's Sing on a Saturday night, TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. Let's go get some food. Yeah.